Warrant's new album, Louder, Harder, Faster, came out here a little over a week ago. We're both lifelong Warrant fans.
Lifelong.
So
unapologetic, too.
Right, yeah. If you were just listening to the Soundgarden part and that's your era of music and you don't like what came before it, then you might want to turn this off because we don't care.
We don't. Deal with it.
Right. So as soon as this came out, or any new Warrant, we're going to check it out. The first album they did with Robert Mason came out, was it 5 years ago now? Or no, it was 2011.
2011.
Rockaholic. Yeah.
Great record.
That was great. And here we are with the follow-up to that 6 years later. And I'm going to say, I bet you do not agree with this, but I like it better than Rockaholic. It's different, but it's just something, Rockaholic seemed a little more cohesive.
Mm-hmm.
Or it flowed a little better.
Yeah.
Because this has a lot of singular songs.
Mm-hmm.
But I just like more songs. I mean, I loved Rockaholic. I didn't dislike any songs, but there's just more of this that jumps out to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think right off the bat? I don't know that we need to compare it to that, but I'm just saying that's the only thing with Robert Mason with Warrant that we have to compare it to.
I felt like Rockaholic is Warrant just, hey, this is what we do. We're a band from this era and it sounds a certain way and we're just going to do this. And it's bright and it's punchy, and it's just, it's one of those, feel good 80s rock, roll down the windows, fucking, and drive 80 miles an hour kind of. And this one is more, it's a little bit more like organic. It's maybe them tapping more into their like 70s classic rock roots a little bit more. It's a little bit more realized and, it's them kind of stretching a little bit. And I think that's really refreshing and I enjoy it. Jeff Pilson of, Foreigner and Dokken produced it. Maybe that helped a little bit. But just this, sonic sound, it's a little bit more, it's got a class, the songs, are still there and the songs are undeniably Warrant, but, sonically it just sounds a little bit more, a little bit more pure, raw. Like I said, organic. I don't know. I always kind of go to those words.
Right.
I hope that you kind of can pick up on what I'm saying, but that's my first thoughts on it.
Yeah. Well, the songs, I think there's a lot of, pretty much every style of song that Warrant's ever done.
Yeah.
Is kind of encapsulated here on this one album.
Yeah.
I mean, the title track and the first song, Louder, Harder, Faster. There's a couple other songs like New Rebellion that, in that same kind of style, just get up, go, hard rock. Let's fucking throw down,
Yeah.
We're a band from the 80s and we're going to fucking party.
Yeah.
That's what those two songs do. New Rebellion's fucking fantastic, by the way. But then, when you get into stuff like Devil Dancer, this is just a great song. It's more of that brooding, groovy, bluesy kind of lynch mob-esque kind of thing. And then you just start going down the list. Perfect is
that's a great song.
a fucking perfect song.
Yeah, it is.
It's one of those songs that, like, if that had came out in Warrant's heyday, it would have been as big as Heaven or any song they had, because it's that good of a song.
I really like Let It Go. I thought that was a great song.
Yeah.
Big Sandy's awesome. It's just a great record. It's fun to listen to.
Yeah, Big Sandy, the first time you hear it, it's stuck in your head.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, almost kind of like a joke, but not really, it's just, but it's just a fun song.
Music Man. Yeah,
Music Man is just this great kind of down-home kind of twang, clean guitar thing, and then it gets into that fucking, just...
Yeah, like I said, this record taps into everything they do.
Yeah, Only Broken Heart, has a Thin Lizzy sound there for a bit, and goes into that kind of classic...
I caught that Thin Lizzy vibe too, definitely.
And then there's the mid-tempo, what's the Jerry Miller thing?
Groove-laden rockers.
There we go.
I need to start a band called the Groove-laden Rockers.
If you'd started that in 1991, then you would have been on the cover of Metal Edge every week.
I'd have played M3 a couple weeks ago.
Right? But yeah, I mean, if you've ever liked Warrant at any point, give this thing a shot.
Oh,
if you're one of those people that don't pay attention because Jani Lane's gone, seriously, do this. I mean, the thing I love about Robert Mason is not only is he badass and amazing, he doesn't sound like Jani Lane.
No.
And I mean, sometimes that works, you know, with bands, you know, if you get a guy that sounds a lot like the previous guy.
Yeah.
But Robert Mason has his own thing. You know, he was in Lynch Mob, and there's a couple of these songs. He had his own band, Big Cock, that had several albums before he joined Warrant.
Yeah, that was a great band.
And a couple of these songs, like the faster ones, Louder, Harder, Faster, and Big Sandy, and New Rebellion, really remind me of stuff from Big Cock. Because maybe that's because, you know, he has a hand in writing.
Yeah.
You know, I think you said you saw that thing where Eric Turner said he handles most of the writing with Jerry Dixon. So.
Yeah, I read where it's him and Jerry do most of the writing. And, you know, I want to touch on what you said a minute ago. If it's, it's not Jani Lane, whatever, you know. Well, he gave Robert Mason the stamp of approval.
Right.
You know, when this happened, you know, before he passed away and when Robert Mason got into Warrant. Jani was cool with it, so you should fucking be cool with it.
Exactly. And speaking of Jani Lane, we've got an episode coming soon with Mark Kendall where he talks quite a bit about Jani Lane, which is some good stuff. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, Louder, Harder, Faster from Warrant just came out probably a week and a half ago by now by the time you're hearing this. Check it out. If you love good rock and roll, you'll love it.
Do it.